All right, let's get this underway, shall we? Hello, everyone. Lots of people in the chat, which is amazing to see all the hype building up for the start of a brand new tournament and a team tournament. Always exciting, these ones. Always exciting to be able to do these team draws, get to find out who your teammates are. So super exciting stuff. And yeah, we're going to get this underway, but we're going to go through just some of the tournament information, of course. First of all, before we get into that, we've got 120 players, and we have got 24 teams to draw those 120 players into. And yeah, fans of maths will know that means 5 players on a team. So very exciting stuff. Never done 5. We've done 3, we've done 4, we've done 12. We've never done 5, so should be fun, should be exciting, should be a little bit different. And yeah, those 24 teams, you're going to be split up into 8 groups, 3 teams to a group, and then you play everyone on the other teams. And yeah, score points for your own team. And then in each group, whichever team has the most points, has the most wins, and finishes top of their group is going to go through into the knockout round. And it's very straightforward from there. Single elimination. Last 8 teams going through. And eventually we're going to have a team of 5 as reigning champions. But we've got a long way to go. We've got a long way to go before we get there. And of course, as I said, we've got to get through this team draw. So let's go ahead and get that up, shall we? So as you can see, here we go. We've got our 24 teams split into 8 groups. Every group has got a colour. We've got the red group, the orange group, yellow, green, cyan, blue, purple, and magenta. And then we have got our 24 teams numbered 1 to 24. Those are only going to be temporary names. I want to see some exciting and interesting names. I remember some very fun ones that we had before. Of course, who could forget Keep Calm and Carrion? Tournament champions of the Manus Monarch tournament, which was our last team tournament that we had. So yeah, obviously, as I say, fun team names. I'm looking forward to seeing some of those. So yeah, how is this going to work? Well, I've done a bit of work. I've split you all up into 5 different pots. We've tried to balance the pots. So the idea is that all the teams should be roughly equally balanced. We don't want to have any overpowered teams. We want to have fair and equal teams where we can. So yeah, we've got 5 pots. We've got pots named after birds, because I always get told off when I just call them pot A, B, C, D, E. So I thought I'd name them after birds this time. So we've got pot Orc, we've got pot Blackcap, pot Capercaillie, pot Dunlin, and pot Ida. And we're going to go through those 5 pots one by one. But to mix it up, because we want this to be exciting, we want this to be mixed up as we can possibly get. Instead of just going through this in order, because normally I go and start at A. I think the last time I started at E, just to mix it up. This time we're going to randomize even that. So if I can get the right window, I think. Haha. There we go. We got a wheel to be spun. And spin is what we're going to do. Can I just check, actually, before we get going? You should be able to hear some music in the background. I'm not convinced that you can. If you can hear music, say yes in the chat. Because I can hear music. I'm hoping you can hear music, because if you just have to sit there and listen to just my voice and nothing in the background, that is going to be quite boring. So I am reading chat as well, don't you worry. I can see all of your lovely names and everything going on in there. So yes, you hear birds chirping. Yes, I can hear the music. Some music now. Okay. I think it's okay. Hear background music. Music is very low. Okay, I think it should be okay. If the music is there, that's the main thing. All right. Ballet Mage can't hear music. Other people can hear music. I think I'm going to get cracking with this. As I say, we should be okay. Maybe I can see what I can do. But yeah. Anyway, as I say, we've got this wheel here. I'm going to spin the wheel, and that is going to tell us which pot we're going to pick. And then we're going to go through those names. And we're going to put one name in each team from that pot until the pot is exhausted. And then we move on to the next pot and see where we go from there. So let's spin the wheel. And let's see what the first pot is going to be. It's going to be pot black cap. Very exciting. So let's go ahead and get pot black cap underway. We will get rid of the wheel because we don't need you anymore. And yeah, here we go. We've got 24, as I say, 24 names in pot black cap. And so we're going to put those names into a randomizer list. We're going to pick these names out one at a time. And yeah, put those into the teams. And as I say, you're going to see your teammates, but you're also going to start to see these groups form, and you're going to start to see these little rivalries. Who are you going to play? Because if you're all in red group, you're going to be playing each other. So very exciting. But yeah, let's pick the first name. First name out of the hat. Who is it going to be? Drum roll, please. If I can find the thing. There we go. It is Dirtlegurg. So Dirtlegurg, you go into team 1. Actually, we need to start. We're in pot black cap, so we need to start on the second row. There we go, Dirtlegurg. Very good. Excellent. Dirtlegurg, if you're in the chat, say hello. But if not, don't you worry, we're going to get some more players alongside you. Into team 2, I'm going to go with Shed K. I should actually say this is a good time for me to say apologies. Apologies if I mispronounce your name. I will try my best. But mistakes are going to be made. I'm going to embrace them. Next up, we've got Nithin. So there we go, first group. You three are going to be playing each other. We're going to move on next to Orange group. Got to see a lot of people who want Oki in their team. Is Oki in this pot? He is indeed. So here we go. We might be able to get Oki out soon. You'll be all able to see which team that's going to be in. Next up, into team 4, we've got Blind Squirrel, who I also see in the chat. So there we go. You're in Orange group. And also in Orange group on a competing team is going to be Maskiner. We're going to team 5. Very good stuff. Next up, team 6. We've got Ballet Mage. So Ballet Mage, Blind Squirrel. I know that's going to be a very interesting matchup, interesting rivalry going on there. All right, moving on. Yellow group. There we go. Oki comes out. Oki comes out early into the yellow group. Who's going to be playing against Oki in the other teams? In yellow group, it's going to be Captain Awesome. We're getting all of these very interesting rivalries going on here. So very good stuff. And finally, in the yellow group, team 9 is going to be Comtrues. So Comtrues slotting there into team 9. We move on to team 10, and it is Mr. Saber next out of Plot Black Cap. There we go. Team 11, who's it going to be? It is going to be a Master Wing. Hopefully get some good videos out of this one. And finally for green group is JJ Leg into team 12. Very good stuff. Lovely stuff. Halfway through Pot Black Cap, let's do the back end, the back half of this group, or of this pot I should say, into team 13 in the sign group. We have got JBC 999. Yellow is strong, says Oki. Now, are you saying that just because you're there? Because we don't like that. Hello, Yellow. Absolutely, Captain Awesome. Anyway, Team 14, G Trudat goes into Team 14. There we go. And finally, for the sign group, we've got the Flash. The Flash 04. It's Team 15. Moving on, blue group. Danko slots into team 16. We got Spake Me. I think I did see in the chat. Slotting into team 17. And we got Birdwatcher, who makes their way into team 18. Very nice. Last couple of groups coming up. First of all, purple. It is going to be Scared of Birds. Scared of Birds into team 19. Who is joining Scared of Birds in the purple group? It's going to be Hawk Lake, first of all. in Team 20. And last of all, it is Feast for Crows. So Scared of Birds is with a hawk and a crow. I do apologise. But finally, last but by no means least, we've got the Magenta group. We've got 3 teams. Team 22 is getting Am I Doing It Right? I hope you're doing it right. We'll find out. You're going to have to play games against, well, we know who it's going to be. Arceus is good. And the real last but by no means least, it is Sleepyhead into Team 24. So there we go. We've got through 1 pot, but we've got 4 more pots to go. So let's go ahead and get our favourite wheel up again. And we're going to spin this again, and we're going to see what's the next pot. We've got 4 more to choose from. And this time it's going to be, just about pot Capercaillie. I think that's how you pronounce it. I should have picked more easily pronounceable birds. But that's my own fault. That is my own fault. So let's get pot Capercaillie coming up. Group and team. Bit confused. So we've got teams. Teams, you'll start to see as these get fleshed out. Teams are the people that you're working with. Group is the teams that you're playing against. So what we're going to do, now that we've got Pot Capercaillie, we're going to go through this next row. We're going to start filling in these. So the first person to come out of Pot Capercaillie is going to be on a team with Dirtlegug. They're working together. And they're going to be playing against these other teams in this group. Team 2 and Team 3. Maybe Chickadee. Well, so I tried to make a point of picking birds that were regional to me. Organizer privilege there. We don't get chickadees over here, so I picked a Capercaillie because we do get these over here, and they're very exciting birds. Anyway, enough bird talk. We've got stuff to do. We've got a lot more names to get drawn. So I will not hold up any longer. We're going to draw the first name out of pot Capercaillie, and it is the Determinator. So Determinator, here we go. We'll start, as I say, start to see this fleshing out. Determinator going in here with Dirtlegug. Yes, team equals friends, group equals enemies. That is a very good way of putting it. So Determinator and Dirtlegug are friends, but they are enemies with Shedcane. I don't know, enemy sounds a bit harsh, but we'll roll with it. It works. You guys will understand that that description. The first enemy of the Terminator coming out of this pot is going to be Herc. So they join Shedcane in Team 2. And finally, for the red group, it is a Terracotta into Team 3. Lovely stuff. We move on to the orange group. And Alex 2back, you join Blind Squirrel in Team 4. Next up, Mike316, you join Maskener in what is hopefully going to be Team M. But we'll see. We've got 3 more names to go. And Ballet Mage's first friend is G-Celo. G-Celo. I'm gonna roll with that. I'll roll with that. And moving on, everyone wants Oki, but only 4 of you can get Oki. Who's going to be the first one to get Oki? It is going to be Cope with it. Well, hopefully you can cope with Oki. But there we go. And you're also going to have to cope with playing Captain Awesome and Slayo, who goes with Captain Awesome. There's your friend. And finally, Comtruse's friend is Swag Mulis in Team 9. Lovely stuff. We move on to the green group now. Team 10 is going to get Stuart, GMT9, who joins Mr. Saber. Who's going to join Masterwing? It is going to be a Weird Owl. And finally, into Team 12. To finish off this green group for this pot, it is Stylo Loom. Good stuff halfway through Pot Capercaillie. We'll get through the other half now. We've got Giraffe, who comes out first into this Team 13 in the sign group. Next up, joining G-Trudat is Carl Hungus. Good friends going on there. And the Flash, who's your friend going to be? It is going to be Matthew. 9890. Excellent stuff. We now move on to the blue group. And we've got Team 16. Danko is already there. And joining Danko is Cockatich. If I can spell Cockatich, there we go. Excellent stuff. Spake Me is in Team 17, and they are joined by PIW, champion of Premier League Division 6. And finally, in Blue Group, Team 18, joining Birdwatcher, is Bargoff. So we've got the B team. Got the B team going on here. Lovely stuff. Moving on, in the Bird Group, the Purple Bird Group, joining Scared of Birds, is a Woodpecker Joe. So it's all the birds. All the birds. Have we got any other birds? We've got some wings. We've got a goldfinch. We might get some birds. We might get some more birds. We got, yeah, there we go. Goldfinchy. Goldfinchy joins the bird group with Hawk Lake. And finally, joining Feast for Crows. Well, I'm sorry, Ben Havens. I sounded so disappointed, but I was hoping for a bird. But there we go. We've got Ben Havens joining Feast of Crows with, these other teams in the Purple Group. And the last group, Magenta Group, we've got 3 more names. But what order are they going to come out in? First up is Castrelli. Going alongside Am I Doing It Right? Team 23, Arceus is Good, joined by Stallbird. Oh, sorry, Arceus. Accidentally deleting you there. And last of all, out of Pot Kabakaili is, of course, Mortal Wings. There we go. 2 pots done. We've got 3 more to go, so let's get rid of these things. Let's get our wheel back up and spin the wheel. So we've got Orc, we've got Dunlin, we've got Ida. What's going to be next? It looks like it is going to be Pot Orc. Pot Orc. Excellent stuff. Let's get Pot Orc up and running. So yeah, 24 more players to come out here. 24 teams to put them in. Oh no, we need to get rid of that. There we go. Bring you back up. And we'll start drawing again. So we go back around here to Team 1. And yeah, Pot Orc. Who's going to be the first one out of Pot Orc? Drumroll, please. It is going to be Monkey Wren. So Monkey Wren joining Dirtlegurg and Determinator. Next up, into Team 2, we have got Eric joining Shed, K, and Herc. And finally, into Team 3, it is Emperor Tim 2 joining Nithin and Terracotta. Goldfinchy, best Finchy. Absolutely. 100% agree. Next up, Orange Group. Into Team 4, we've got No Ravens. They join Blind Squirrel and Alex 2 back. Team 5 is going to get a Geese the Beast. Geese joining Maskgunner and Mike 316. And finally, in Team 6, it is a Waterman. So there we go, Waterman. Joining Balamage and... How did I say it before? I'm probably going to say it differently this time. G-Celo. I'm only going to have to say that twice more. We move on now to the yellow group. Now, who's Oki's second friend? Who's the second lucky person who gets Oki here? Let's find out, shall we? It's Blue Throat for Life. Blue Throat for Life with Oki and Cope with it in Team 7. Next up, Team 8. It is El Sapo-Guapo. They join Slayer and Captain Awesome. Good stuff. And next up, Team 9 is going to get Shepherd. Shepherd in Team 9 with Comtrues and Swag Ulyss. Lovely stuff. We move on to the green group. In Team 10, it is Sim17. They get Mr. Saber and Stuart GMT for their teammates so far. Team 11 joining Masterwing and Weird Owl. It is Fractal Chest 2. Lovely stuff. And Team 12 joining JJ Leg and Stylo Plume. It is Black Spice 28. Excellent stuff. There we go. We're halfway through. We've still got some very exciting names still to come out as we go through into the second half of Pot Orc in the Cyan group. Team 13. It is going to be me. Into Team 13. Some say unlucky. I disagree. So there we go. JBC and Giraffe. I'm so sorry. But next up, out of Pot Orc, it is Groovenstein with G Trudat and Carl Hungus. And finally, out of Pot Orc, into Team 15 for the Cyan group, it is Vpol 55. Lovely stuff. You are now my enemies. Moving on to the blue group. The blue group, Team 16, is going to get Devim. Devim joining Danko and Kokotich there. Who's going to get Spake Me and PIW as their friends? It is Nerd Tech 20, Team 17. I wish I could have drawn you to Team 20, but that's life. And next into Team 18 is Copdog. They join Birdwatcher and Bug off there in Team 18. Moving on now, Purple Group coming up. Team 19, who joins Scared of Birds and Woodpecker Joe? It is Queen Fisher 1. Good stuff. Team 20, we have got Izux. I think that's an I. We'll roll with Izux. They join Hawk Lake and Goldfinchy in Team 20. I have been pronouncing Devim's name incorrectly this entire time. You are not the only one. You are not the only one. Hopefully this can be a lesson to anyone who's ever pronounced Devim's name wrong. That's how it's pronounced. I may pronounce many other names wrong, but that one I will at least get right. Anyway, Team 21, who's it going to be? It is going to be a Zoop Zoop. I can definitely pronounce that one. You join Feast for Crows and Ben Havens. Tough Blue Group. So Spake Me. Is that just because you're in it? All these people out here saying that there's a good team or a tough group just because you're in it. I'm not having it. Anyway, we've got 3 more names. We've got 3 more teams. Where are they all going to go? First of all, Epic Sax Guy comes out into Team 22 with Am I Doing It Right and Castrelli. Team 23, is it Maudlin Cake? Is it Bushnit? It is Bushnit. Joining Arceus is Good and Stallbird. And there we go, Maudlin Cake. Out you come into pot 24, Team 24. We'll get the right words. Joining Sleepyhead and Mortal Wings. Very nice looking team. Maudlin is magenta, absolutely. All right, there we go. 60% done. But that means 40% still left to do. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get our favourite wheel up again. We've got Dunlin and we got Ida. It is going to be Dunlin. Dunlin comes out of the wheel. So yeah, let's go ahead and get Pot Dunlin up on screen. There you go, Pot Dunlin. And yeah, we've got 24 more names and 24 more teams to draw them into. How many pronounce insert this name correctly? Fewer than Devim, Ava. Fewer than Devim. I'm so bad at pronouncing it, I'm not even going to attempt it. But we can move on, because we've got Pot Dunlin to do. Who's going to be the first name from Pot Dunlin? It's going to be Willy Pizza. You go into Team 1. With Monkey Wren, Dirtlegog and Terminator. Next up, Team 2. Gets G-Man. You join Herc, Shed, K and Eric. And next up, Team 3 is Turk44. With Emperor Tim, Nithin and Terracotta. Good looking teams already. Now we've got 4 members, starting to flesh out a bit more, very nice. Going over to the orange group, we've got Michael the Grackle. You join Nova Aaron's Blind Squirrel and Alex Tupac. Into Team 5, Geese the Beast, Muscular and Mike. You are joined by Techcube Dude. Lovely stuff. And who is going into Team 6 with Mortimer, Ballet Mage, and GC-Lo? It is Kel Lakel. There we go, 93. Good stuff. We move over to the yellow group. Who's the first one into Team 7? It is Junkier. I'm going to ignore the underscore. You join Blue Throat for Life, Oki, and cope with this. There you go. Another person for everyone to be jealous of because they're with Oki and we are not. Next up, Team 8. El Sapo Guapo, Captain Orso, and Slayer. You are joined by Clouds. Number 7393. Lots and lots of clouds. Team 9. Shepherd, Comtrues, and Swag Mulus. You are joined by Otsu Kuyan. Lovely stuff. Now we go over to the green groups. We've got Sim17, Mr. Saber, and Stuart JMT9, currently in Team 10. And they're going to be joined here by Soulshire025. Excellent. Team 11. Who's it going to be? Who's the next one out there? Pot, it is Awesomeness. So there we go, Awesomeness. You join Fractal Chess, Master Wing, and Weird Owl. And last in green group is Team 12. Black Spice, JJ Leg, and Stylo Plume. You get Erica Joyce as your 4th friend. Very nice. Now here we go. Unlucky Team 13. Who is going to join me, JBC, and Giraffe is going to be Rimaku. So again, Rimaku, I do apologise. Into Team 14. Groovenstein, G Trudat, Carl Hungus already. A very tasty looking team, and it only gets tastier with Cedar Wax joining them in the 4th spot out of Pot Dunlin. Next, Team 15. We've got Vpol, we've got The Flash, we've got Matthew, and now we've got What Da Frogmouth Do? There we go. Lovely stuff. Oh, your name is slightly too long for my box. Never mind. Into Team 16, we've got Davim, Danko, and Cockatich, and now we have also got Lana Del Ramen. Good looking team there as well. In the self-proclaimed tough blue group, joining Nerdtech, Spagney, and POW in Team 17, we've got Interio? No, is it an I? Is it an L? It's an L. It looks like an I, but it's an L. Lunterio. There we go. We'll roll with that. We'll roll with that. And now, Team 18, we've got Copdog, Birdwatcher, and Bargoff, and now we've also got... Please don't tell me that's an L. Okay, good. That is that is an I. I win at life. 42. Lovely stuff. Purple group, Team 19. We've got Picep, who joins Queenfisher, Scaredbirds, and Woodpecker Joe. Team 20 is going to get James Vanderbeek. Vaguely bird-themed. I like it. You join Izux, Hawk Lake, and Goldfinchy. And lastly, in the purple group, in Team 21, it is going to be Camion. Camion. We'll go with Camion. You join Zoop Zoop, Peace of Crows, and Ben Havens. And here we go, 3 names left. Rig Sissel Eva and Danny MQ. First one, into Team 22. There we go, Ava, into Team 22 with Epic Sax Guy, Am I Doing It Right, and Castrelli. Very good stuff. Team 23, Danny MQ makes their way into Team 23 with Bushnet, Arsis Good, and Stallbird. And there we go, Rick Sissel, you're the last one out into Team 24. Maudlin Cake, Sleepyhead, and Mortal Wings are your teammates so far, but I say so far because we have got one more pot to do. I don't even need to spin the wheel this time because it's Pot Ida. Pot Ida is at the last pot to go, so let's get those names in the randomizer. And here we go. This is where we really finally get to see how all of these teams shape up. And more importantly, who's going to be Oki's 4th and final friend. So first up, we've got Team 1. Of course, we have to start at 1. The first name out of the hat is Rob. So there we go, Rob, into Team 1. With Monkey Wren, Dirtlegug, Determinator, and Willy Peter. Team 2, with Uruk, Shedke, Herc, and G-Man. It is Zibzilla. Lovely stuff. And finally, for the red group, the 15th and final name, into Team 3, it is a Lord Devastator. You join Emperor Tim, Nithin, Terracotta, and Turk. Lovely stuff. Team 4, joining No Ravens, Blind Squirrel, Alex Tupac, and Michael the Grackle. It is Quacky. Excellent. Team 5, who's it going to be? It's Fungus Among Us, who joins Geese the Beast, Muskunner, Mike, 316, and Takib Dude. And lastly, in the orange group, Waterman, Ballet Mage, GC Lokelakel. You currently make up Team 6, but you are joined here by Release the Birds. So there we go, that's the orange group all done. We now move on and we find out who gets to be friends with Oki. It is TK. You get to be friends with Oki alongside Junkia, Cope With It, and Blue Throat for Life. Lovely stuff. Next up, in the yellow group, is Team 8. And Team 8 is going to get Mikalji. Mikalji, you join Clouds, Slayo, Captain Awesome, and El Sepulgrapo. And the final name in the yellow group here today is C. Christine. You join Shepherd, Comtrues, Swag, Mulis, and Otsukoyan. Lovely stuff. believe there might be a connection here with El Sapo Guapo and C. Christine, so that'll be a very interesting match, to say the least. But next up, into the green group, joining Sim 17, Mr. Saber, Stuart GMT9, and Soulshire, it is Sable Knights into Team 10. Very nice. Moving on, Team 11. Who's it going to be? It is going to be Join, Bird, Gabe, with Awesomeness, Weird Owl, Masterwing, and Fractal Chess. And finally, joining Team 12, it is King Pleb. You go alongside Erica Joyce, Stylopume, JJ Lig, and Black Spice 28. Now we move on. Halfway through Pot Ida, half left to go. Who's going to join me in Team 13 with JBC, Giraffe, and Rimiku? It is Beak Magim. I think that might be supposed to be Beak Magic. So I don't know if that was my typo, if it was theirs. But Beak, you join me in Team 13. Next up, who joins Groovenstein, G. Trudat, Carl Hungus, and Cedar Wax in Team 14? It is Rex Cow. Excellent, lovely stuff. And the final name, the 15th name, going into Team 15. For this group, it is Rorohas. Rorohas. Let's get the dash. There we go. With What Did Frogmouth Do, Matthew 9890, The Flash, and VPOL55. Lovely. Lovely stuff. We move on now to the blue group. We have got Team 16, Devim, Danko, Kokotich, Landa Raman, and now we've also got Embry Fox. There we go, Embry Fox. Next up, Team 17, Nerdtech, Spake Me, PRW, and Interior. You're joined by Zobi-Wan Kenobi. Very good. Love to see it. And finally, who's going to join Team 18? It is Smelly Cat. You join I Win at Life, Bargoff, Birdwatcher, and Cop Dog. And now we have the last row to do. 6 names and 6 spots to put them into. Who joins Queenfisher, Scared of Birds, Woodpecker Jet, and Bicep in Team 19? It is Mr. Triggerhands. Mr. Triggerhands. Very nice. Next up, Team 20. We have got Izux, Hawklake, Goldfinchy, and James Van Der Beek. And now we've got Salmon Skin Roll. 12. Because the previous 11 Salmon Skin Rolls were already taken. And finally, Team 21. Who's going to join Zoop Zoop, Feast for Crows, Ben Havens, and Camion? It is... oh, man. Les Miserables? Les Miserables? I'm guessing that's a play on words. I'll get out my best French accent, which is very, very poor. Alright, Magenta Group, 3 names and 3 spots. Who joins Epic Sax? Am I doing it right? Castrelli and Eva in Team 22. The Taylor Swift team. It is Nico 1968. Very good. Now 2 names to go and 2 teams to go. Team 23, Bushnett, Arceus is good, Stallbird, and Denny MQ. You have your 5th and final team member, Inez Lopez. Inez Lopez 98. And here we go, Nick the Rats. Last but by no means least, you join Maudlin Cake, Sleepyhead, Mortal Wings, and Rixasaur in Team 24. And breathe. And breathe. We're done. That's the team draw. That's the group draw. It's all wrapped up. So there we go. Hopefully you're happy with your groups. And hopefully you're happy with your teams. Because you're going to be getting to know each other very, very well over the next 3 weeks or so. Plenty of games to go. So yeah, I've got a bit of work to do. Got a bit of admin to do behind the scenes. But we're going to try and get this up and running in the next hour or so, so you can hopefully start playing some games. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Definitely keep your eyes on the updates channel. That's where all the info is going to be. I will let you all know when this is ready to go. But yeah, in the meantime, thanks for watching. Hope you're all happy with your teams. And best of luck to you all. 10 games per player in this group stage. May the best team